Just want to stream. Oops. I don't know if Joe's around. Joey and I've been wanting to talk to me, but I had those guests on. There you are, Joe. I was hoping to get caught up with you because I've had guests on the last little bit. And you're trying to talk about your thing, but so it sounded like you got the whole prescription thing figured out. They let it up. They gave you more than just a couple days for your dad. So stupid. It's so much work. They make everything so much extra work. It's so dumb. Is it snowing in Idaho too? Because it snowed here in Colorado today. It's so pretty. It's a pretty day out today. I should go out for a walk a little later. Okay. Well, you found out it was it was the Karen. I guess you found out like it's just some dumb bitch making it hard on you. Not good. Got like good 6 inches of snow today. It was really pretty. I didn't even know it was supposed to snow. Gonna get a fire going later. There's the Karens. You just can't get away from the Karens. There's too many Karens. And they're just what? Is that just a pharmacist or a pharmacy tech? Not even like a doctor or anything. Sometimes you have to be rude. Like you don't want to be rude, but sometimes you have to be rude. Sorry, I have to have a schedule showing. Okay. Well, at least you were getting it a little bit like figured out. It's just amazing how much time you have to put into all that. I hope I die before I get old. I need a lot of medical care and shit. Please. What up, John? What up? Sorry, I was just hopping on today, so y'all gotta talk to me. Oh, fuck, that's very clever. Very clever. Ooh. Did the chiropractor get y'all cracked up, box X? I don't really ever go to the chiropractor. Thanks, Jonathan. What up, Jess? I was just hopping on because it was. Did it snow down by you guys today? We got a ton of snow up here. Finally, just stopped. I was kind of bored, and I'm like, I did 2 like streams with other people. I thought I'd hop on and chat with my peeps. Well, if the chiropractor helps, it's supposed like you're only supposed to go to it if you actually like need them, right? Like, it's pretty cold here. I'm gonna go out I'm gonna get my snowshoes on and go out later. Car accidents, Cairo. Grocery shopping, yes. Grocery shopping is like, it's so stressful. Well, you guys don't have a mask mandate down there, and I haven't been using it, but it's like, I used to love going to the grocery store, and now I just don't even like it. Ever since COVID, I'm always like, B usually stops. Yeah, I've heard that. Like, sometimes they hurt you more. I remember my parents always went to chiropractors growing up. It seemed to help them. I was like, as a kid, they would let me lay on that roller, that thing that would roll. It was like, feel so good. Yeah, grocery stores, it's not fun anymore. Well, I mean, maybe it's terrible beforehand. I just didn't really realize it. I've always been in and out. There's one thing, cookie for 2 people. At least you don't have to like go cray. Oh, I should be stocking up more, obviously, with all the supply chain issues coming up. Nice, Joe. I haven't worn one anywhere. That's good, Jonathan. Yeah, I mean, when they reinstated the one here in my county outside of Denver, it was just like, cool. the couple places I went didn't care. The grocery store would be the only place I care, but they didn't care. No one said anything. I haven't gone once in there since the last mandate, so screw it. That's smart, Jessica. Like, we have to be stocked up. And I hate where I'm at this house because I have food like stashed everywhere, and I don't have a good pantry system to like make sure everything's all like shuffled and stuff. I'm like, all right, whatever. If push comes to shove, I'm just gonna be digging through everything, getting all the food out. Boxes, do you mean they're the shelves are empty by you? Yeah, the masks don't mean shit. Yeah, just no one would ever like come up to you. I doubt it. You're like, I mean, you look really sweet and stuff, but you're tall, and like I do the same thing at the store. I kind of just go in like, I don't like, I'm not gonna have a happy face on, so like, don't mess with me. And I always do try to have like a little bit of a heel on, so I'm tall, so that they're like, we're not gonna fuck with that girl. Not gonna fuck with her. But you're not mean looking. But you probably can make yourself look mean looking. I can get that. I can understand that. Oops. Today is Tuesday. Sorry, doing a little work. That's all set. Two shots. Shit. Yeah, it is expensive. Grocery store trips are so expensive now. Less mandates, more mandates. Yeah, Joe, like you've said, like who would want to like mess with you, you know? I've been drinking at home a lot too, as you all know. You've been following me. Corona Mommy, as my friend Stoner likes to call me. So I've been pretty good since Saturday night now. Balding and mad. Hell yeah. Vodka glass ice. I had a hot cocoa. Oh, I have a hot cocoa with butter shots in it. I did drink it. It's cold now. I should go heat that up. They don't have any Baileys. I'm like, who has any who doesn't have Baileys on hand? Apparently I don't. I thought I did, but 3 butter shots and hot cocoa. I really haven't drank out like at all. A couple dinners here and there, and a couple times going out this summer. Otherwise, I've been doing all my drinking at home. Just show that's what it is. It is Islamic guard. Like, how in the heck are people so like, oh, we have to stand up for, which no one says anything now. They only say anything when something happens. But all about the women's rights in the Middle East. But then they want to cover everybody's faces here. Like, how does that make any sense? Obviously, I know it's not everybody. It's just the people, the loudmouths, and the people who like make the rules and stuff. But I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Cook dinner. Yeah, I'll be down. I owe you guys coming down there next. Although I don't know if your man told you next month I probably will plan something similar again. Probably like the 18th or 19th. Yeah, just like cool people don't want to control other people. Like that's not what cool people do. Cool people are like, whatever, do what you want. And all these dorks who've always wanted to be cool, now they're all controlling us. But who want to control us? Like we're cool. So silly. Hey, freak. I was just hopping on here. Everyone's a little chatty. That's good. So I did chat with a lawyer this morning and yesterday, Keith Knight. It is all about the power. It's all it is. It's like I've never like I literally don't even want to change people's minds. Like if they disagree with me, I'm like, cool. That's what you feel. Like, cool. Yeah, COVID, Jessica, exactly. COVID, like, and it gave everybody who just wanted to do that a little bit, it gave them like green light. Green light to do it. Oops, wrong way. I forget I'm mirrored. And the people who never wanted to tell anyone what to do were just like, oh, okay, like communism. I know. Well, if that's been the plan all along is to bring the communism into like get the people fighting, get the people stupid, get the people confused and have no identity. They released the Karens, except for it's Krakens. Yeah, Jonathan, I saw that. Like a couple countries are, not Austria. I talked to a guy from Austria yesterday morning too. So Austria has cracked down even harder, but other places are letting it up completely. It's like, what's going on? Again, divided. The more divided we are, the more they can control us. But they won't be controlling us. Even if we are divided and completely like rejected from society, they will not be controlling me. Sorry. Yeah, who else? UK. Someone was saying you're in Ireland and Scotland, I think. They let up their stuff. Oh, and you're saying Denmark. But then in Israel, they're now proving, or they want another, you need your 4th shot now in Israel. And they have record cases or something like that. Like, why? It's been so frustrating. I remember I was just watching, I forget what I was watching. What was I watching? Part of the Problem, Dave Smith and Robbie, and like, yeah, Barry Weiss was on Bill Maher's show and was like, we didn't know 2 years ago that we didn't know. And it's like, well, actually we kind of did. We did know like a year and 3/4 of a year ago, like, and a year and a half ago and a year ago. We knew all this stuff all along that nothing was working. So like that is frustrating when people say this. Well, we didn't know, and it's like, well, we kind of did. We knew by like midsummer, like we knew. Yeah, all the numbers are made up, Joe. It is hard to like trust any of it. Woke. Really, Scotland. Yeah, Scotland. Yeah, because that's where Anthony's from, and he was saying that they were being weird. So someone mentioned Scotland. I was like, I don't know. The whole with versus of was like, and we had someone in Colorado. So we had like I don't know, it must be in the legislator or something in Colorado. Early on, he was catching, he like said, listen, Colorado, he went straight to the Colorado Department of Health and he said, there is a difference between with versus of. And then that's when Colorado started doing, because they got caught, but they were trying to put it all together. But Colorado at least separated it out, but then now it's all fucking bullshit anyways. And in the whole country, if the whole country is not counting with and of, like, then it doesn't matter. Well, we are insane a little bit. Like, let's be fair. We're a little bit insane, but we were the fun, insane people. And now they've made us like, now we're just like going insane. You're an Anthony. Oh, well, Vox6, that's Anthony. Do you know Anthony Samroff? Do you follow him on Twitter? Are you still on Twitter, Vox6, or did you get kicked off? No, I think you're still on there. Anthony's a big family name in my family, too. Anthony. But Anthony. I believe it. Yeah, especially in Nebraska. I mean, everyone's so spread out for the most part. You just have the cities and stuff. And any problem we've had with our hospitals is because they fucking fired everybody. It's not because of like, they're like, oh, it's COVID. It's COVID, blah, blah, blah. And then like, no, it's just because you've fired everybody and there's only a certain amount of beds. And then they're like, and then they did finally say, well, they're there for other things. And they're just telling, it's like, yeah, that was the whole time. That was the whole time about that. Oh, hey, Stoner. I might jump off and come back again a little bit later, too. Rich, who's your governor out there in Nebraska? I know you guys don't have legalized weed, so it's kind of silly. You should. Not that we should pay the government the tax on it, but, you know, it shouldn't be criminalized. I still have so much chocolate cake, Jessica. So much chocolate. I have the whole pan of my chocolate cake I made, and then I bought a cake, and I brought that to my parents to eat some of it. I still have a ton of that left. That was good. And then someone else brought like a little chocolate cake too. I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta eat it all this week. Ricketts. Okay. Ricketts. Yeah. Well, how does that make sense, Jessica? And like I've heard at like long-term, you know, old people's homes and stuff, they're sending sick people in. It's like, okay. That's why we're insane, because how does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? Oh my God. And then you can't like say it. And then you try and bring it up with people, with the normies, and they're like, well, we just do what we're told, you know, it's just this whole time, the whole 2 years, it's just been like, you can't even, after a while, I stopped even like pulling up the data and the charts, because it was like, these people aren't listening. They don't care. They don't care. Oh no, Jessica. Are they pretty like locked down, or are they at least letting people visit? Because I've had a ton of people message me about like they had older relatives who were alone for 6 months, and they have like pictures from like before COVID, and then they like a lot of them died because it was neglect and loneliness that killed a lot of them. It wasn't even COVID. Exactly, Jonathan. And is that the husband of that aunt? I've been getting mad at the variants. I think we need to like, whatever, if we're gonna say you're COVID positive, whatever, but like variant shit, like stop the variants. They're just gonna keep saying variants, and then they're gonna say, well, that's what they did with did you guys see the monoclonal? The FDA said, 2 of those monoclonal whatever treatments aren't working on the Omicron variant, so we need to get rid of them. And they're not letting. It's like, what? Like what? The scariest, like pandemic ever, and then we're getting rid of treatments. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, that sucks, Jessica. It's a crime against, I mean, what they did to the elderly people alone. They went from, we don't want to kill grandma, to the government and these policies and these bureaucrats were literally killing them. So sad. So sad. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh. I kind of want to get a drink, but I shouldn't, because then I'll just drink. Now Jessica does it, but I know her in real life. Maybe I should. Maybe I should get a little chocolate and some whiskey or something. Yeah, I hope some, I mean, not that it'll matter or do anything. I hope some lawyers eventually like want to sue these old folks' homes. And the rabbit between the Fed. Oh, I guess I should be putting these up on the screen. Sorry, guys. I always forget I can do that. I know. That's what I'm saying, Thug. Like, if this was a truly scary pandemic, you would try anything. And since the beginning, I mean, they were talking down on hydrochlor, whatever you say it. Like, they were talking down on that in summer 2020. And I'm like, okay, if things are so terrible, why are we politicizing any treatment? Any treatment. Of course, the treatment of, keep yourself as healthy as you can. We absolutely cannot talk about that one. Hi, everyone. Tomash. I don't know if did I say that right? Maybe I'll just call you Gross because that's easier to say. Yeah, exactly. The data was just like, remember if you guys follow, he's changed his name now, but it was like Vin Armani for a while, which whatever. If you follow him, some people were like treating him like a whole thing. And I'm like, but he was saying like, these people do not care about the numbers and the charts. They do not care. Like, they don't care. So it's not even worth your brain and your life, like messing with it, Would have tested. Yeah, Jonathan, I think I never tested. I think I had it, but it's like whatevs. I guess now that you could do at-home testing where it doesn't go on a database, whatever, but oh, she having tequila straight? Are you having tequila straight, girl? Yeah, you guys had it, and then your dad had it. But then you notice, like, I don't watch the news, but then someone mentioned how they stopped with they had this whole death numbers forever and ever and ever, and then they stopped showing any of that, even just on like CNN and stuff, because they couldn't scare people with that anymore. Oh, screw that then. I'm not testing at home. Yeah, they got rid of the death count. And I was blocked, but on my newer Twitter, I started not watching them, but I look at them again. But I like a couple of the news guys here in Denver, they were so like thinking they were all smart and following the numbers at the beginning. It's like, you guys are idiots. Like, they were so dumb. And then they blocked me anyways, but I've been watching. Yeah, case-demic. We're in a case-demic, which is people going in for whatever, and they have absolutely no symptoms of anything, but they still test positive. Even last year, I remember watching a thing with the track and trace, where they were doing track and trace. They would call people, like, so say someone, because my name got put down, but they never called me, thank God. But like, say someone tested positive. Okay, then they would say, give us the numbers of the people you were around. And then they would call those people. And if the people were like, oh, my nose is kind of runny, boom, they would make a case out of that. Like, that's just what I do not get. Like, how people were in on this the whole time, where they were just like, that should make you, like, even just showing up to go to the testing centers when you have no symptoms. Like, that's crazy. That's what crazy people do, Yeah, exactly. If something's a good idea, we'll do it. But we're all like, yeah, no, this is not. I know, Jonathan, but then that's why all the businesses were making people do it starting like last December. They've been making people test just to come to work. Which what the how does that make any sense? People who want to go to work, you're going to make another barrier. That's capitalism for you, right? So stupid. Like, we're going to make another barrier to go to work because you want to go to work. It's like so dumb. Exactly. It's been a huge distraction. All the power and all the money that's moved up. Yeah, Jessica, I believe it. We had a couple subs for Beads Company, and they were like, I want to say they're go along to get along, and they got it anyways, and now they're like, well, we're not getting boosted, so whatever. Guess. And this is going to be the hard part as people do wake up is they're going to want to blame us. They're not going to blame the people who fooled them. They're still going to want to hate their neighbors. They're still going to want to blame the people who didn't get fooled. And that's what's scary to me is I think like not scary because whatever, like what are they going to do? No one's going to do anything to me. Like and I know I'm a weaker person in some senses because I've been having to think about this crap for 2 years straight. But I have made some good friends out of it, so that's good. All my Twitter friends, even my real life Twitter friends now. So that's been one positive. That's always a good thing. Let's do it. Oh yeah, because I think you guys said you remember, or you said it's just been so not busy down there, right? One that we were belonging to was so busy, but it's like an indoor one. I'd rather go to the outdoor one. Yeah, I want to go. Okay, let's do it. I need to get my ass out the house and do it. We've been stocking up, so I won't feel bad using up some ammo. I'm like, holy shit. Oh, it is indoor. That's fine if it's indoor too, but got plenty of gun. What's your at, Jonathan? Is it Jonathan Rich? Business here. Well, yeah, that's the smart thing to do. Like that's what I was doing online. I just kept buying it every time it would be available. Why not? That's going to be currency probably at some point. Crap goes crazy. I don't know. You have to tell me you're at, Jonathan, and I'll follow you back. I'll call it. And I was thinking like tampons, like female stuff. Like there's gonna be all these things and like first aid supplies. Oh, well, she didn't die, unfortunately, Jonathan. Find you again. It sucks when we get nuked. It sucks. Hucky dead. Are they open to that kind of stuff, Freak? Like, do they get it? Or will they be like, because that's what they said. It's like, hockey. Is that pulling up, by the way, Jonathan? Hockey Dad, did that one get busted too? Oh, wait, no. Here it is. Okay, gotcha. Well, Tomash, out here in Colorado, our market's been crazy since legalization of weed. So I mean, everything's been crazy, but all the people moving around is definitely from the COVID. I think a lot of people were fleeing the city. So like that made the market kind of change, but you think, oh, it'd be enough people moving in the cities, but nothing makes sense. Like in the market went crazy everywhere in America. Like even places it wasn't crazy, it's crazy now. Like the South and everything. Like And they're just printing money. And then that's just everyone has either all this fake money or real money hanging around. Like DEI. Is that the, and then they'll do the, what's it also called for a business? The social credit system for a business. I forget what that's called. There's like, did everyone watch or listen to the Joe Rogan with James? I forget his last name, but Conceptual James on Twitter, and he really knows his shit about CRT and just all the things were like when they were coming into Lindsay, that's it, when they're coming into businesses and like, oh, we need to do all this diversity, and it was like he could literally point out exactly how it was to like the Marxism thing where it's like you just start like, he pointed it out so good I'd have to listen to it again, but like he's like, it's exactly the same thing where you're just like, you just turn into this monster and you're constantly attacking this person because they're supposed racist or whatever. Like it was a really good episode. He did really good. Return of the home sale was Justin. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. Like that's the thing though. It's like, it's just weird though, because there's still not enough houses in all these other markets, and there's all these people still moving there. Like, I don't know. I just like to help people like buy and sell. I can't like economize it too much because nothing it makes sense to me anymore. Okay. Puckros and Putabugas. I don't know how to say that name. All right, you talked to me. I'm gonna go get a little drink. I'll be right back. Fill my belly with chili. Got me a little whiskey. It's almost 5. It's a snow day, you know. Hi, Chuckster. Caught up here. Gone. Oh yeah, it's crazy. Like it's crazy. It's nuts. Because I got my real estate license in 2015 in Colorado, and things were going crazy here because of the pot and just people were moving here. Like there was 100,000 people moving here a year. So anyone who wanted to get their foot in the door, you know, then there was all these flipping businesses, and there's just so much competition, blah, blah. And then now it's like, now it just doesn't make any sense. And what people want to pay, like what people will pay to live in the city of Denver. It's nuts. There's no way I would pay that much. My family's moving all around the country too. It's wild. That's the thing about it. You just like never know when to buy or sell or whatever. Like especially back in the day before things got really crazy. My parents always kicked themselves, but like, they didn't have money back then, but like we lived in this town that became ridiculously expensive. And it's like, oh man, if we had only known, we would have bought a lot of it. I'm ready for it's been literally a seller's market since I've been licensed in 2015. I'm tired of it. I mean, I love working with buyers, but it's so hard. I have to do buyers right now I'm working with. And we actually put a bid in on a Zillow owned home and they were terrible to work with. We didn't get the bid anyways, but just to get the offer in, they were terrible to work with. But it's just a lot of work. And it's just people give up because you're like, you just want to like get in. Hey, possum, you just want to get your foot in the, like we used to do, where people would get their little thing and then get their foot in the door. I grabbed some whiskey, some bullet. And now just to get a 2-bedroom condo. It's literally like almost, I mean, you're pushing $300,000 for a little 2-bedroom condo. Tamaj, it's great if you are an established realtor. It's great if you want to pay money to Zillow and advertise. It's great, especially if you don't do your own work and you hire other people to do the work. With me, I don't advertise and I don't feel like competing because there's so many. It's the rye right now. There's so many realtors out here or real estate agents here in Colorado who they've ridden some big booms and stuff. So they have so much. I mean, there are people who will pay $20,000 just in advertising a month, which no way. Like I run it very like as cheap as I can, but it's okay. It's great. It's great business for some. Yep, Christopher, exactly. It's sad. And it's sad when you're like, you have people excited to buy and get, and then they like, I've had people just give up. And it's like, it made me make me look bad or whatever, but it's like there's people putting in cash offers. They're competing with cash offers or with, like we had one the other day, there was 15 offers and I'm sure 2 of them were at least cash. So it's like, there's only so much you can do. And they're literally building everywhere they can out here. It's like they're building everywhere they fucking can out here. It's crazy. Yeah, so it was the green bottle. I think it was the green bottle I grabbed. I'm trying to be a grown-up and learn how to sip whiskey because that's what grown-ups do. Sweet. Cheers to everybody. Crazy Jessica. It's so crazy. Once you see the other house where we're going to be at, you're going to cry. I think I told you. Well, when you see it, you'll see it. But my parents got it all for less than $300,000. It's just like, it's just sad. But that's like, whatever. If the boomers made money off of it and are going to give it to their kids, at least it's good. Keep that in the family. Yeah, $500,000. I have clients right now. They just raised we were having a hard time and they're like, well, we'll shrink our down payment and so we can get a higher approval amount. So it's crazy. That is crazy, Jonathan. No, they'll just spend it on other houses. That's what my family does. I don't think we're traveling. They had a timeshare, but we don't want to go down there because the whole testing, all that stuff in Mexico. How many is a virus for a bunch of people and bring for supply to me? Yeah, but that's not happening. Everything just got more expensive. And no matter what you list a house for, you have to go over asking with an appraisal gap. Even at the lower ends, even at like 220, people are like, well, you need to pretty much go over and put an appraisal gap in because that's the competition. It's so crazy. There was I think I've talked about this before, but there is a conspiracy theory that they're trying to move DC to Denver eventually because it's kind of the middle of the country and off the coast. Like there's this whole thing that they're like slowly trying to bring DC out here. It's crazy. Hey man, whatever kind of loan you can get it. The SBA ones aren't bad. Yeah, I know. I know. Of course, everybody did. Even I had a neighbor sold, I helped him sell his house a little while ago. And I'm like, dude, if he had just waited another year, even just another year, he would have made like another $100,000 just in a year. It's crazy. There's a lot of people from, my guy's family is from Omaha, and they had a house, the grandma's house out there, and they sold it a while ago too. And it's like, I wonder if they kept it, but who thinks of that kind of stuff? You just like, if you're using it, you want to sell it. Like even right now, my parents have another house they want to sell, and it's like, well, do we want to sell it? Yeah, it's top of the market, but also, I don't know what they're gonna do. Freak. The only way I'm gonna, whoo, whoo, woo. That's how wake you up. The only way I'm gonna afford a house is by making my parents carry a load. That's it. I don't even want to deal with anything else. I know. Who even knows? I just feel like the coasts are moving in anyways. Yes, Jessica, it's all fake money. It's all fake. Like I have these clients and they're like, what should we do? And I'm like, oh, I don't want you to have to spend that much money, but like, yeah, and that's the thing. That's if you have a house in a hot area, it's like don't sell it. We were talking the other with the Lexi Wolf. It was just like because she doesn't have any family here and stuff. And then it's like, well, yeah, but once you leave Colorado, if you sell, it'll be so hard to get back. It'll be so hard to get back here. That's why we're telling my parents like we're just gonna. I think everyone's gonna keep everything right now because my sister's moving too. And it's like, keep your house, just keep it. Like it's in an area where we could do. They can rent it out and do Airbnb, whatever. Like just keep it. If it becomes too much, then get rid of it. But in the meantime, it's like. Once you sell it, you're done. Jessica. And that's the same. That's for me at the other house. Like, I'm not going anywhere else. I'm not going anywhere else. And you know what? I'm not going to New Hampshire because everyone's like, move to New Hampshire for the libertarian stuff. I'm like, nope. I am not giving up here. Like, I will die here. If I got to die here fighting, then I got to die here fighting. I'm not going anywhere else. I'll go to places to visit, but no. Yeah, a lot of people going to Florida. It's not a bad choice. It's not a bad choice. I have friends that just made here and they're going to Florida soon. I was like, oh, great. Of course, right when I'm in friends with y'all, you're leaving. Yeah, we're Colorado crew. Like, they're not taking it from us. Or even if they do, whatever. Are you drinking? Are you drinking? Yeah, exactly. Visiting's great. Like, and it's still, especially if you're in Omaha, like, Denver's like not even 8 hours away, really. Colorado's good to visit from Nebraska. Yeah, cute. Yeah, and see, I wasn't technically born here, Jessica. I came here when I was 6, but I'm still like, hell no, I'm not going anywhere else. This is what I know. Gonna fight. Oh, Destin, Florida is really nice. I have a friend who goes there every year. It's really nice there. Colorado is beautiful. That's the thing. Colorado is just, there's something about it, man. You have every kind of geography here, other than ocean, and other than like a lot of lakes. Nebraska, but they make a lot of food. They have a lot of, they do a lot of this. Bye, Jonathan. Talk to you later. Is it expensive, folks? I bet. Because it's probably like very, well, I guess, what side? Destin's on the Gulf side, right? It's on the, like, isn't it kind of up towards where it's flat at the top? I think up there. I could see where it's expensive. And it's like a vacation spot. Yeah, Colorado Springs is bomb. Colorado Springs did pretty good with the COVID stuff, too. The county down there. It's one nice thing of having all those like army bases and religious people down there. Kept it from going too crazy. Like, although is downtown Colorado Springs kind of like blue? Is that area turning blue? Or is it pretty much still like, Yeah, Colorado definitely changed. The redheaded strip jelly. Yeah, Denver and Boulder changed completely. And then in the ski towns, they changed too. That's like if you look at the maps, it's like Denver, Boulder, Fort Collins are blue, and then all the ski towns where all the like celebrities are. Yep, people like money. I feel like I was down there not too long ago, other than when I went to your house. Oh, I dropped my nephew off or something, but we used to go down there. We used to go to the Parade of Lights at the Colorado Springs Parade of Lights back in the day because it was closer than Denver. Colorado just used to be such a live and let live place. I've said this a million times. It really was live, let live. And as I became more of an adult and became more established in my life, everyone was just doing what they did and it was cool. And then like the last 5 years, really, it changed. And then obviously the COVID crap. Oh, stupid COVID crap changed everybody. Denver, Panama City. Did you have to stay like downtown Denver? Or did you stay like around Denver? Denver was like fine for a little bit, but then they got dumb again. But Denver Health Department's stupid. I know. I had clients who own a business, and this was 2020 before the election, and when Biden's like, we're gonna shut down and mask everybody, blah blah blah, and then I have these clients who like had businesses, and they're like, yeah, we're still gonna vote for him, and I'm like, what? Like, not even from an ideological level. This homie's just saying it's gonna shut you down again. Like, why? Did you stay at a hotel down there? Do you know what? Did you stay at the Hyatt at the convention center? I love staying down there. That's the one place since the mask mandate went back in. I've been downtown just very few times, but I went to a couple hotels, and the hotels didn't care if you had masks on or not. No, like they had signs everywhere, but no one ever said anything to me. Like no one said anything to me. So I feel like if you're at the hotel, you're like, hello, like, I don't know. They have a different rule. It is infuriating. Hopefully. I do. That is the thing. Like, I am not even on Facebook and stuff. So I just get like like, what other people think from Twitter pretty much, which I'm like, I know that's not real life. Twitter is only, a very small percentage of people in general. And the people on there are like, the crazy people are going to be crazy. It's not everybody. I have to remind myself that. But then I did have a couple friends this year go crazy on me. And it's like, what? Am I crazy? Thank God. It has helped me find a different real life and find people in real life. But yeah, like there has to be a lot of bots. There has to be a lot of fake people and just people being absolutely crazy on purpose, Why can't I get paid to be crazy? I did all this craziness for free for the last 2 years. Why can't I get paid to be crazy? Although I have one client so far, so that'll pay off here in the next month or two. Finally. Okay. The downtown. The downtown area is interesting because I didn't go there for like most of the first part of COVID, and then this past summer 2021, I did go down there to a hotel to stay overnight, and I went to the 16th Street Mall, and I was like, ugh, and it felt shitty. But then I was down there just recently in December when Robbie was in town. Jessica came to Robbie Bernstein's show, and we walked. Before his show, he needs to walk because he's really energetic. So we had to walk down 16th, and it felt fine then, but I think it was because it was Christmas and there was a lot of people out, and that was fine. But other than that, I used to go downtown a decent amount. I don't anymore. Yeah, Chuckster, that's the thing. Friends who I thought were like pretty like alternative or like, just like whatever, like they all turn crazy. His show is so good. So we'll do another one, or he'll do another one. I hope he'll do one outside of the convention too. Like I'm hoping they plan that. And they were going to maybe do one in Steamboat. So Because I know not everyone wants to go to the convention because he wants to do another one just like that one. It was so fun and we needed it so bad because we didn't have like, I hadn't gone to comedy since January 2020. So it was like so not like, I don't think he understood. Like he did. He was like, holy cow, I sold out. I'm like, yeah, I don't think you understand like how bad we needed this because it's been vaccine only at Comedy Work. So rage for the machine. Yep. People turn into commies. I didn't even know they were commies. Just needed funny. And his comedy was like, because it's, you know, we're all kind of sick of the COVID, but he was able to do it so well and do it like so funny and so realistically. And like, he's a funny dude. I kind of think he's funnier than Dave. Just don't tell anyone. Oh, I'm sorry you dealt with that, Chuckster. Luckily, I didn't have any family go crazy that I was close to, so that's good. We actually got closer together. It did reveal so much info. It made, and it's so funny how like the people who hate capitalism, whatever, fascism, and they don't even see what's happening, and like it should be so obvious, the government and big pharma, what they're doing, and these people who scream fascist for the last 5 years when Trump was in, they don't get it. They don't like, how do you not understand what this is actual fascism? The government is literally stealing your money and forcing you to use a product so that they can use your money to pay these people. Like, it's so obvious, but whatever. We know what the friends are that. And I wonder now if stuff does start, if people do start waking up more, like if I'm going to hear from some friends a little bit more, like I'm going to hear a little bit like, oh, yeah, you know, we were just being quiet or, you know, like, so there's definitely some friends that like, I don't think they were in on it all, but I hadn't heard from them. So, and I didn't contact them either. My fault. I lost a high school friend, or a friend from high school, because he told me I don't know how to analyze data because I didn't go to college. I was like, screw off. Funny. Those have been anti-vax. And they've accepted you, Jessica? Oh, good, Joe. Got it all. That's good to hear that that's cleared up. I did have like one friend, I was working with her too for a little bit, and she had to accept, I mean, we didn't really talk about it, but she had to accept like, I'm not getting a vaccine. I've had to. And like, that's what's been, it's like, hello, you're a good friend. We're a good friend. Like, oh yeah, that's right. When you did that, the figure drawing. It's so dumb. So dumb. Here, draw this naked figure, but their mouth is covered up. It's just like so silly. It doesn't make like any of it all. None of it has made any fucking sense. It's too funny. I don't know if anyone remembers my COVID titties pitch. I should pull it up. But Jessica painted my COVID titties. Yeah, they all got COVID. Everyone gets sick anyways. We're all freaking human, right? Like people really thought they were, if they believe, they're just not going to get sick. And it's like, okay, I don't know who told you that, but wild. The way people's brains got so messed up. Not fighting harder for 3 hours with Barbie families. They can. Oh, I'm sorry, Chuckster. I know. And it's so annoying because they're just trying to tell you what to do. They're just trying to force you to do something. Like, it's so intrusive, whether you're a libertarian or not. Like, anytime someone imposes on you, especially to your bodily autonomy, it's like what the hell? Making a mess in my room here. It's like I'm just sitting here wanting to hang out with you, and you're like attacking me, telling me what to put in my body. Let me make my own choices, which aren't always great either. Okay, but I make my own choices based on the information I know, you know? That's good, Patch Adams. Yeah, I really true. I'm thankful none of my family went crazy, but and my brother-in-law who has a liver transplant, which thank God he got a liver transplant before COVID. He's had COVID. He's okay. He's alive. He made it. He has all sorts of autoimmune issues, and he still made it. Right, Jess? That's the thing. That's what half of it was guilt. It was guilt from people who were not clean and hygienic before. And now they're like, and it's like, yeah, no, duh. This is like, you're supposed to be clean and clean your house and wash your towels or use only paper towels or like, like that's how we've always lived with being clean. And then they're like, it's like these people are like, no, well, you're not clean. And it's like, no, bitch, I've been clean my whole life. I've been a very hygienic person. I clean my house all the time. Like, get out of here. I'm very for species, Washington, no vaccine needed for pretty much anything I do and haven't gotten a grip. That's good. It's good to hear. Yeah, don't be a gross bitch. You guys remember that time? What was it? I have it on my phone. I think it was Time. It was right after the election, and it was like there was like a girl sitting in an apartment that was disgusting. It was just like dirty and like and they're like trying to make her look like and it's like, okay, there's people who are living like that are saying I'm a dirty, gross plague rat. Like what? No. Time. I don't know if it was Time. Cover apartment. I don't think I'll be able. It's on my phone somewhere. I don't know if I'll be able to find it here. It was just gross. It was like, I don't live dirty like that. And that's the kind of people who are telling me that, like, I'm dirty from whatever. They all went through all last year. Let's see if Hex wants to come stream. Exactly, Jessica. That's what sucks. Another thing, they're like, we knew this. And I know people sometimes would still go to work if they were sick, but like, and now they're forcing people to go back to work when they're sick, supposedly. But then we just went all through this whole thing all year, like, don't go to work if you're sick. I wasn't babied or sick growing up. So I just always been like, whatever, I'm sick, I'll get over it. Just don't go around people if I feel sick. That's right, Patch. That's exactly what it is. It's people who are not. I'm with you, Joe. I think if you're able to like exist in this reality while also kind of having your own reality, we're all a little unstable to some extent. Like only the NPCs are not. Well, they're unstable in their own way, but. All right, if he gets home. Still on, let's do it. I'm drinking. Should have got the Coronas. Jessica, you're fun stupid, though. We're like fun stupid. For heart deformity and multiple bars, every one of those is don't get the shot. Well, yeah, because it's for the heart, Chuckster. Like it affects the heart. But they're like, no. Her organs shut down. What do you mean, Pasha? Was she sick with other stuff, but she never got the COVID, or she has some stuff? Don't plan to be into that. That's how I've always been, Joe, too. And that's what's been so frustrating, that like we all like I didn't like this reality so much, but I made my own reality within it. And then the last 2 years I've just tried to like, it's just been so hard. Yeah, if you have like any medicine, any medicine like we should ever like. You watch these commercials and they have all these like side effects, and it's like we should all be like questioning this stuff like crazy, you know, like every single one of them. I probably would have some heart issue if I took it. I would be just unlucky. Do you need a Twitter, YouTube? Yeah, we need to get our YouTube friends over. I don't know if they're in Colorado. We should have everyone over, and then we'll stream. We should have done that the other night. Oh, I'm so sorry about that, Patch Adams. Was it like just the nerves are dying, like a MS kind of thing? That's so sad. Is she, I don't know, like, is there months or years or what? Sad. There's people with real fucking medical shit. And think all the people who had real medical issues that couldn't see their doctor with all the shutdowns and shit. Or their surgeries got canceled for no reason whatsoever, right? Yes, everyone needs to come to Colorado. They are criminals. Ugh. Oh, I'm so sorry, Patch Adams. Yeah, let us know if there's anything to do. You guys need to GoFundMe or anything like that started. The human body is nuts, man. The human body is nuts. All the things that can go wrong anyways. Is it an autoimmune thing? I guess if they don't have like an actual diagnosis. It's kind of crap that can happen in meat bags. Oh, good. That's good. She can be at home for the last bit. That's the most important thing. Because they may not even like, if you had her in a rehab or a long-term care or a hospice, they may not let you even like visit her at some point or something. Who knows? I don't trust them anyways. So you're probably pretty busy, man. You're a caretaker. Always reach out if you need help with anything, because that's a lot. On top of what you're going through, it's a lot to take care of someone as well, especially end of life care. Oh, it got sad. Sorry, I keep going off screen. I blow my nose. Crazy. Oh, I'm so sorry. Anything slow and degenerate, like, ugh. Thankful that she's home with you guys now, though. Do they think it happened naturally? Like it was just a degenerate disease in our genes, maybe? I mean, who even knows anymore? I guess it's can't really even speculate. Gotta be thankful for when you do have your health. Oh no. Oh. She wants you not to be alone. How do you be like, what is like, God, can't even imagine going through all that in her mind. 39. Jeez. Was she dealing with that for like most of her life kind of thing, or? I have a cousin. He got married recently. They're older, not too much. Like she was 38 or 39. They had a kid, and now she has a stroke, and she's had 2 strokes now, and she's like barely functioning. It's just like, what the heck? Like our bodies are so crazy. She's 12. Oh, interesting. Yeah, because how would they have known at that age? Yeah. Now I bet they check for that kind of thing. Mono. Crazy. Is your 18-year-old at home still? It is like your worst nightmare. Okay. Oh, yeah, congrats. Are they gonna try to get married quick? So mom can come. See, I'm always over here talking my crazy shit. People got things so much worse in this world. Man, good job on having a big spread of kids. Thank you. Oops. Get out of here. Computer's doing something. Thanks for helping me get monetized. I'm almost at 1,000 hours watched. What are you doing? I can't see the chat right now, everybody. Sorry, my computer popped something up. Wow, a lot of changes. God, Randy, no. Not a good time for that, Randy. No, Jeremy Todd thinks he was patient 0 with the COVID. But I didn't get sick. A couple people thought they were maybe sick, but I don't even know if she got sick. I haven't asked her since she got off Twitter. That is good. If you know you can raise kids together, that's good. Chuckster, for real. I know it's not selfish. I know exactly what you're thinking. Like, there's just so many good people that bad shit happens to. Well, bad people. Yeah, she's just off Twitter for a little bit. She got like people in her town were like, someone was stalking her, so I think she's just taking a little break. She's very public, so I'm like, is she very crazy? And she's very herself. So I'm like, yeah, whatever, take a break. She's good. Her mom's still on. I don't know if she got sick. There was a guy she was around. I think he got sick. I didn't get sick. Oh man, Pat. Yeah, isn't that interesting how life kind of times things out like that? I'm sure she's extremely thankful you're there for her. You know, even if you weren't together at the moment. I don't know about that whiskey, man. I don't know how y'all drink that whiskey. Life is crazy. Oh, that's just sad. It's the slow degeneration of the body. It's sped up. Whereas most people, it's 80 years and then just 39. I know Chuck Sears like, woo. I like beer. It's still in my throat. It's a Bullet. The Bullet Rye whiskey, green bottle. It's only been an hour, a little over an hour. I can always keep going as long as people chat. And then Hex said he might pop on later. It's just fun. It's the Forest Mommy show. Although I've got more important things going on, but I like chatting. One of these days I'll be monetized. Oh yeah, I was gonna check that. I do. I want to try a bunch of whiskeys. I want to get a bunch to try. We're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, girl, anytime you want to hop on. You want to hop on right now, I can do it. Then I get to put my cool earphones on if I'm on with somebody. But if we're going to stream, I got to get beer, though, because whiskey is just too much. Ron Johnson, I did not. It's a good attitude, Patch Adams. That's true. I mean, how many people die? That's what we all said before all this COVID stuff. We're like, well, people have always died. Do you mean you don't want to go live, Jessica, or you do want to go live? It's an F no to live. Oh, in person. You mean in person. Okay. Yes. I do. I've wanted to do that for a while. I told your man too. I was like, anytime you're up here, not even necessarily for a party, but if you guys are up here. It's cool. Okay. I'll have to watch that. I don't even think I follow Ron Johnson. When stupid fun, yeah. No, you don't have to. The only reason I do this is because I like it. I feel like people like to talk to me, and it's just fun to talk to people. And if you want to buy a webcam, you don't have to do anything with it. It took me over 2 years, like pretty much a year and a half to even get this going. Oh, you did put makeup on. See. Okay, Rumble. I gotta look on Rumble. Hello, Lord's Brewing Co. I was actually just about to go get me a brew. If I have any left from Saturday. I was up late drinking. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go grab a beer, guys. And now we're getting the party started. Maybe Jessica will pop on. Go ahead and make your own, you know. I don't need. Yeah, I think your man said I left those. I left a couple Coronas down there. I don't need an OnlyFans. I have a Twitter. I know an OnlyFans in real life. I'm gonna spill all this. Oh, Tina's her name. Shout out to Tina. There's 15 of you here watching me be dumb and just talk to myself. Oh, good, Patcha. Hey, Colin. You guys are my only fan. You didn't steal them. I was eating all your food there that day. You went up, Buffy. Homely fans. You know what? You could, and someone will pay for it. Someone will pay for it. Yeah, it snowed here, cold. Although I think it stopped. I think where it stopped right now, but. I still have the tamales in my freezer too. I need to make those. But yeah, let's make some and eat them fresh. That'd be good. There was a lot of pork. Like we barely went through it. I feel like when we were like, I feel like we barely even used any. I feel like I should have been making the tamales bigger. Colton, it's like corn. I don't know. Jessica should explain it. Woo! -21. That's cold. That'd be good, Lord. Just naked. Be like, we're not bottling this one. We're not bottling this stuff. Agree, Chuckster. That's the biggest thing with all the friends I've made off of like, and even people are like, wow, it's just good to be around people who are like normal, not normal, because I'm not normal, but like, you know, talk about things, not so wrapped up in all sorts of the woke shit. Like, I was woke before it became a thing because I love everybody. Like, stupid. Colton, why for no mask? Are your grocery stores, are the truckers affecting you? Is that trucker convoy affecting you, Colton? Oh, God. I don't know. It's not that cold here. I've always been kind of hippie. Been a little bit of a hippie, but without being a hippie. Like I dye my hair blonde. I look like a basic bitch, but I've always been, you know, natural remedies and do things like good for that. I worked in environmentalism for a while and blah, blah, blah. But I was just looking at cool. No, there was some stuff that were empty a little bit, but we had a different strike going on. But otherwise, it's not full. And exactly, Jessica, just like be cool, like, you know, whatever. Extra cheddar blasted goldfish. That sucks. I'll look for some. If I see some at my store, I'll grab some for you. No, you're good. I'm drinking a Corona. Don't judge me. I'm a lightweight. And I can drink a couple. I like the heavier beers too, but Corona's just nice to knock back. I remember to look for the extra cheddar blasted goldfish. Who's teeny? Me? I'm not teeny. You could judge me. Even I had a girl who was over here on Saturday. She's legitimately Mexican, and she was making fun of me. She's like, "What? Why are you drinking that piss water?" And I was like, "Because I can drink a bunch of it and not feel like shit the next day." Yeah, like I like the stronger. Like I definitely love like IPAs and stuff, but like I can only have like 2, and then I'm like, ugh. Guess the goldfish. It's made from rice. No, just yeah. I guess everybody's TD to you. Would you wear your shoes off? I'm like 5, you know. Yeah, those are good. Once the extra cheesy ones came out, it's hard to go back to the original ones. It's like ew. The original goldfish are like ew after you've had the extra cheddar. Sorry, but like the original ones are ew. They're good in like you know what goldfish are really good in? They're good as croutons in salads or like just in salads. They're like the perfect crunch in a salad. No, I'm not that. I'm like 5'7", almost 5'8". I know he's like all worried about the carpet. Like, okay, dude. I do. It is nicer when we have parties when it's nicer out and we can go outside. That's always nicer. You know, inside parties are. It's Colorado. Sometimes it comes out a little Chicago-ish from my family, but I say y'all. It's just kind of a Midwest. I feel like Midwestern accent to some extent. But I'm in Colorado. She is legitimately 6 foot. I seen it. I seen it. Oh, it's 27 degrees here, so that's not too cold. It's not negative 21. Where are you at that is negative 21? That's so cold. Brr. Yeah. Like my whole family sounds a lot like Chicago. Oh, Wisconsin. I go to Wisconsin every now and then. Are you in North Wisconsin? That's where I visit is North Wisconsin. I love Wisconsin, man. That's bug out spot number 2 if Colorado fails. I'm going Wisconsin house. Ooh. So she was like strong. Jessica's strong too. Yeah, no, that's how I've been up in the Wisconsin house and it was negative 20 something before too. It was like crazy. And I was snowmobiling and I got stuck and then I was scared. I was scared I was gonna freeze to death, but finally I got out. Oh, west of Madison. It's not too far north. You in the UK? Oh boy, we have another UK. Last week, a guy, I wonder if he'll pop on. He's from the UK, but he lives in America now, and he popped on. He was so drunk. It was hilarious. It was so hilarious. No kickboxing, but you're still strong. Like you said, no one's gonna mess with you, Jessica. Like I wouldn't mess with you unless like we were like in Jello or something. But middle of nowhere. Oh, in Celsius. I don't know. Someone else will have to do the math for you on that. That's why I like North Wisconsin. Demo is in Wisconsin is cold. Not here. It's 21 positive or 27 where I'm at. Oh, is that you? Is that you, Dickie? You're not in the. Are you back in the UK? How many names do you have? If that's you, Dickie, you were hilarious. It was hilarious. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, North Wisconsin, where my family is, is kind of middle of nowhere. It's like in the middle of the national forest, and there's lakes everywhere. And I love it. Exactly, Alex. It would have been fine. It was just deep. I just didn't know what I was doing. I got it out eventually, but oh, you would. You can get like the professional Jello. You can get it's like silica or whatever. It's not real Jello, but maybe I'll buy some. Maybe that'll be my summer. That'll be the summer project. It's just Jello wrestling. Forest Mommy Jello wrestling. I know, I like it. I like how he popped in and he's like, no. Just like walk. It's true though. There's bars everywhere. Okay. You pay on me or me. Whatever you want. We should do some fun in the other house in the forest. That would be fun. It exists. I've wrestled in it before. It's just so like it. It's not real sugar Jello. It's just like stuff that absorbs water. That would be fun. It's so pretty down there. I can't wait to you guys see it. I can't wait to be down there. I keep saying no, it's not happening, but it is. It's literally been my like live stream, and it's gonna happen. Can't wait. What, Colton? The Jello, the professional Jello. All right, bye, Patchums. If I'm not here when you get back, have a good night, and we'll hope to keep in touch with you. It's just deep. Oh, the snowmobile. Yeah, it was like I was trying to turn, and it kind of went down and like got stuck, and it just took me a minute, like because I was next to it, but like in the snow down, took me out. Lord's Root, yeah, the professional Jello, never real Jello. You could look it up. You can Google it. It's just like, it's like, it sounds gross, but it's like what they put in diapers and stuff to absorb water, I think. Let's see here. Oh, it's only 4 o'clock. Only 4 o'clock here. That was gross. That was the grossest way to explain it. But it's just, it's colored. It's like goo. It feels like, I don't know how to explain it. It absorbs water, so you're not using actual Jello. Exactly what you up. I'll make sure I'm calling Petty. Pat. Might not be his name. I never know who's who because their names are different on YouTube. What is this snowmobile? Whatever. We don't use them as much in Colorado, but they're a big thing in Wisconsin. You learned something, Chuckster. Like, I helped you learn. Oh, I was at a party a while ago, like with some fun, kind of sexy friends, and we did a Jello wrestling party. Doesn't everybody do a Jello wrestling party, or is that just me? I don't know. It was just for fun. Exactly, Jessica. Like here, you have to go to the mountains to use the snow at all. When the party went down, I tried to create. It was just a lot of wasted pudding. Yeah, that would be a lot. It would be a lot when you use real stuff. Foam parties, yeah. They're kind of like icky. I do like the one down at that place down there, but I like going and watching people. I've gotten in it before, but I like watching them. Because people get all crazy. Like, you'll see people who, like, you would think would never be dancing, and they'll get in the foam and be all like, yeah, having a good time. It's not necessarily a thing. It's not a thing, really. It's just, yeah, the Squirrel Ranch. Squirrel Ranch, Mr. trying to take care of animals at a freaking club. But. Oh, foam party. Yeah, foam parties can be fun. No, it's not on tape. There may be a picture of it somewhere back there. The painting, because you did paintings down there, right, Jessica? Like, were you painting on people? Oh yeah, was it part of the thing where they would do it like every week, like the naked painting every week? That was so wild. I'm so out of the loop on all that nowadays. Well, Demo, if you ever come to Colorado, there's a place It's a swingers club, but they have a really good fun foam party just because it's like outside and it's cool. You can go to it. It's expensive though, especially if you're a single dude. I haven't been in for freaking ever. Well, it's fun. At least you have like people who are willing to get painted and stuff. But yeah, the foam parties would ruin it. Or they have a big water slide there. They they have that big blow up water slide. That'd be kind of fun. Sponsor, yeah. Lord's not, I mean, not really. Not like that's like my main focus in life. It's just more if you meet people and you want to have fun, then, whatever happens, happens. You can Chuckster, but it's expensive, especially, well, it's cheap if you're a single woman, but if you're a single man, it's expensive. And you have to have like someone vouch for you, but it's like $200 for a party. Oh, I think I have a picture on my water slide. I'll send it to you. Because the very last time I had been there was May 2020. Like the last time I saw a lot of those friends, but they had the water slide of it. It's so fun. It's like, it's so stupid and fun. Oh, whatever, Demo. That's everybody. Like, it's every age there. Up until like the last 5 years, like that whole community was mostly older people. And then like things changed a little bit, but it used to be mostly older people and mostly like conservative leaning people. And then the identity politics take over. And now it's all a little different, but I'm going to go this summer. I just to force myself, even just like on the sun, you can go on a Sunday and it's a little cheaper and like lay out and stuff, but it's only fun if you know, like if you have a group going. Oh, well, then you're fine, Nemo. Like, who cares? Ain't no one judge you. If you want to be not judged on your looks, well, I guess it depends on who you're around, but like everyone's accepted. Yeah, I keep teaching all these facts, important facts. We're learning important facts today. People dye their hair gray on purpose nowadays. I don't, Lords, but it's also just in the moment. It's like it has to be the right moment. It's not like you just go and are balls to the wall. You have to like, it's all good when it happens because it's all good, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, it's just like anything. Like you don't like anyone don't you have like boundaries and stuff. So what up, Kenny? He actually said he was gonna pop. He might pop on. He wasn't home yet though. I'm gonna go for a little longer at least. I just pop on and then I just keep going and going, but it's fun. Yeah, I like salt. I like salt and pepper. You didn't do nothing. You didn't do nothing but be awesome. I didn't do nothing. What else am I gonna do? All I have to do is call someone a little later, but I believe it, Lords. It's what it pretty much was, especially like when you think of like people used to think of them, they're like 60 plus and bikers and stuff. If you have a feeling of places, possibly, or like people are meeting there who are like that. I mean, you can kind of tell people are that way if they're out having fun at a bar and stuff. I mean, you can kind of tell just because they're like having a good time. Oh, you want on? Hold on, Kenny. I'll let you on in a minute. But if you have that Hinklin Alex, then you probably, they're just fun people. Cougars and daddy issues. Well, my partner is 17 years older than me, so I don't know what that means. Hell yeah, find a sugar mama. Oh my god, Sky Daddy's back. Sorry, I just opened my Twitter. What? Sucks. Okay. All right, Kenny. Oh, my computer is so slow. It just makes sense sometimes to have someone older. Like mentally, it's the same. It's just physically you're older. Whatever. Kenny with the Glock now. Is that you, Kenny, right now? Sorry, everyone. Give me a second. Come on, a minute. Or it could be young and dumb. I've had a young and dumb relationship too. Hi, Alex. All right, we're bringing Kenny on. Kenny's my new friend here. You were ready. You were ready. You clicked that link in like 2 seconds flat, man. What up? Can you hear me?
Hey, can you hear me?
Now I can.
Okay, what about now?
That's great. How are you?
Your voice seems really like robotic. So
Does it? Oh, maybe it was him, not me. Channel. It is hard work, Lord. Just building it up. I'm just trying to build it up. The ceiling fan was aggressive. All right, he's back now.
okay, what's up? Oh, good.
Is that better? Do I sound better?
It was every time. It's my fault.
It is your fault every time.
Every time. So how are you doing, Force Mommy?
Good. How have you been since we chatted last?
I've been great. I'm really glad that I was able to meet you guys and meet everybody else. So yeah, I've been trying to ingratiate myself deeper into the Liberty Twitter space, and we've been doing pretty good.
Good.
By the way, the last time I talked to you, I was a year and a half sober, and now I'm not. So.
Uh-oh. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's not. No. Don't ever. The person who uses, it's their fault.
Right.
Not you.
Well, you got a good year and a half in. That's good.
Yeah, so I have to go celebrate my year and a half and then tell them, hey, I fucked up. So, anyway,
Well, are you starting again? Are you starting over now?
After today.
Okay.
After today.
I feel you. Yeah, I should do that. Hold on, I'm gonna go drop this link to Hex too, just in case he
What do you think?
wants to pop up. I'm here still. I just can't see the screen.
There you go.
Did your school start back up?
Oh yeah, it started since I last talked to you. Yeah, school sucks. I hate school, but whatever.
We said you're almost done, right?
Oh, last semester.
Okay. Yeah, you just gotta stick with that bitch.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But you know what? Let me tell you straight up. I've had No, hold on. Before we move on, let's talk about that Joseph Smith thing. We didn't get a chance to decipher that last time. Let's talk about that this time. Remember, you
The
said
Joseph Smith? Oh,
Joseph
yeah, because
Smith
you're
got killed.
Mormon.
Yeah, you said
Tell me
Joseph
about
Smith
it.
got killed because he fucked some 14-year-old. That's not true. He got killed because the state of Missouri said he was conspiring in treason, and they killed him and his brother, Hiram Smith. He got killed by
The
yeah
a
him.
mob, right?
Say it again.
Was it killed by a mob or the state?
He was, but the mob had nothing to do with that. The 14-year-old thing was not true. He didn't sexually do anything with the 14-year-old. That was not true.
Okay. Wait,
Yes.
yeah, Justin, I'm doing another stream. Oh my God, I had a Mormon on this morning too. Holy cow.
Who?
His name is Thane. He's on Twitter. He's a Mormon lawyer. He lives in Arizona, and I met him in person.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I will say a lot of Mormons are really big into the liberty space. Because the Mormons, see, I'm a convert, so it's different. But the Mormons, like themselves, have a very anarcho-capitalist view. Like all these people were attacking us. We didn't fight back. Like the Mormon War, 18 Mormons died. Only one person from the other side died. That's not a war. That's like a genocide at that point.
Right.
So we fight back. We came to Missouri. We were against slavery. The Missourians didn't like us either. Like everywhere we went, we didn't confide with the people. Like if we went somewhere, they were for slavery. We didn't like slavery. They want us out. We were for this, for that. Like everywhere we went, we just didn't fit in. So, but we kept attracting so many people. So finally, we went to somewhere where we didn't really fit in, Utah, and we grew. So we're kind of by ourselves. Like we have a system of tithing, we work with ourselves and all that type of stuff. So yeah.
Well, there's those like even I've thought about, they have those guys who are over in Mexico, like they have their little compounds and stuff, and I'm like, that's not that different from all the homesteading and stuff that the libertarians want to do.
Of course,
So.
like I feel like libertarians need to be a lot first of all, I think with the libertarians need to be a lot more honest about who we are and what we're about. Like libertarians having this very objective, like I don't know, like a lot of them tend to like Joe Jorgensen or any of those people. They're like you have to be in order to be against racism, you have to be anti-racist, stuff like that. Like you're just fitting into the left wing edifice, and you're going to become a part of them. We have to kind of be our own thing, don't we? We have to have our own values, our own. We have to be sure what we are. Like, look, who we are is more important than the numbers of people we have, don't we? So that's what.
Well, and especially during the whole COVID lockdowns, they should have spoke out for religion like crazy. All the religions that were getting shut down, their churches were getting shut down. Like,
yeah, and
the libertarians could have got all the religious vote if they had just stuck up for them. Cheers, baby.
Let me get one more. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, I agree, Jessica. It is like definitely family oriented and definitely preppers, definitely just like trying to be self-sufficient. Yeah, that made me mad with during COVID. Like we should have been shouting because the Republicans weren't doing anything for the religious vote. It's like churches were getting shut down, for Christ's sake. These are these people's communities getting shut down. And like the libertarians we should have came out and been like, this is like, whatever, First Amendment, religious right. Like if they would have just like said anything, they could have got so much religious vote, but who knows? Who knows?
Anyway, so
I like it. There's one guy who comes on every time I stream, and he always talks about your Camry story. He's like, hey, in the back of a Camry.
Yeah, that guy. I know that guy. He said
Stoner.
He felt after nutting in a black woman in the back of a Camry. So, yeah. I mean, God creates everything, doesn't he? How you find him is not important, but the fact that you do.
Lord's Brewing Company. I only have a Twitter. Sorry, go on.
No, you go ahead. I'm good.
I was just answering a chat. You're good.
Anyway, so fuck, where was that? Okay, so Mormons. So, but the Mormons are definitely has helped me a lot. Um, and I think they're very much implied towards they're peaceful, non-violent, very big towards voluntary interaction. Excuse me. That's kind of like the Mormons in Utah is exactly the kind of thing where people are individuals that they're far from communist as possible, but they work together in a voluntary way. Like that's that like I think we need to start thinking about ways and things in ways that we can be useful. You know what I mean? Like homesteading, seasteading, all the type of shit. Things that are useful in the world. We can work together and have because things libertarians are too philosophical. They're too based on theory. They're too based on and even the greats like Hans Hermann Hoppe. I'm a Hoppian and Hoppist. Murray Rothbard. All of them are just too theoretical. They don't do things in the real life. So we need to do things in real life. So.
No, it's true. And like anytime and especially like the actual party and all that stuff, like it's just so hard to, I mean, it's all these committees and, it's like whatever. But like in real life, we can all be very liberty minded and like have our communities and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. You're like Mr. Libertarian now.
Who, me?
Yeah. You should go to the Florida Libertarian Conference or the convention.
I go to FIU right now, so I'm a member of TPUSA and the College Republicans, but only because we don't have a Libertarian Party. Let me explain. We don't have a Libertarian Party, so I'm trying to infect those ideas in the Libertarian Party. Excuse me, conservative, whatever. I'm trying to get those ideas that, Libertarian values are Republican values. If we can turn the Republican Party away from John McCain and Kinzinger and all these clowns, if we can make them more like Rand Paul or whatever, then we'd be much better off. Like no war. Ukraine's war is not ours. Our military is our national defense. It's not.
Yeah, not to send out there and like kill people.
Exactly. Like Israel is like that pussy ass clown. What's this guy's name? The eye patch. What's his name?
Crenshaw.
Dan Crenshaw. This pussy ass clown. He's not that conservative. He's not a patriot. Fuck that. He recently said that America cannot stand without Israel. Yes, it did. Are you fucking kidding me? America lasted for 170 years before Israel even existed. What the fuck are you talking about?
I know.
Guys, America exists for very specific reasons. America is the pioneer spirit of Anglo-Saxon law, the Magna Carta, onto the American continent. That's what America is. And nothing else. That's exactly what it is. Everything that we have is built off of that foundation. You have to realize that. We have nothing to do with Israel. We have nothing to do with fucking Russia. Nothing to do with Mexico. Nothing. That's what America is. It's built off of the Magna Carta, those values, the Anglo-Saxon individual freedom, all that stuff put on the American continent. That's where it comes from. So.
Yeah, so with like your young in your college age groups, you do more of the Republicans and conservative college age kids. Are they sick of all the war stuff too? Are they less into all that?
Okay. Absolutely, yes.
That's good.
Yes, even the see, my college is pretty good. Florida FIU, Florida International University. We're pretty good. We're not too bad in terms of neocons or communists or whatever. So we're a lot of Cubans. So we're pretty good. So
what does that mean? You're like Cubans. So.
Cubans are very conservative.
Yeah, and they hate like communism, right?
They hate communists.
Yeah.
So, yes. So, what was I gonna say? So Cubans are pretty conservative. Even the left-wing Cubans are still pretty conservative. So, we're pretty good on that, and they're not very big on. We do have a socialist club, but they don't do anything. We don't even have a Democrat club. Cubans are so far right or sometimes left. We don't even have a Democrat club doing anything. So
Interesting.
we're pretty good. And unfortunately, I'm trying to get an ANCAP Libertarian Club, and I whenever I'm at the events, I always try to, hey, I'm an anarcho-capitalist. I'm just but I have to kind of caucus with the Republicans for now. So, but that's how it works.
Yep, that's how politics works, baby. It's all. That's why like that stuff's annoying. But if there's people like you, or like, will you put some energy into it? I'll put some energy into the actual, like, doing stuff. But in the end, it's how we live our lives and stuff. Oh, bye, Chuckster. See you later. So what else is going on? How's the weather? It got cold down there. Uh-oh, Hex is coming on now, too.
Oh, tell her, come on. Come on, man.
What's up?
Hex!
What's up, man?
Yo.
Oh, you're quiet.
1 sec. Let me turn my mic up.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's better. How are you? How was your weekend? Meeting up with peeps?
Oh, gosh. That was so fun. That was a real great time.
Better. How far do you have to drive?
It's 2 hours, but then on the way back it snowed, so that took a little bit longer.
Yeah, Kenny is there. Kenny is off the wagon right now. Is that the right terminology? Are you off the wagon when you're drinking again? I don't know. he was sober
Whatever,
for a year and a half.
joke.
He's drinking.
Yeah.
Have you met any Twitter people down by you, Kenny?
Oh, yeah, of course. I went to an event with Martha Bueno. Do you know Martha Bueno?
Yeah.
Hey, I know who that is.
Yes, she did an event down here. She's super hot. She did an event down here. She's from here. There's a lot of people down here in general, so
He's playing his guitar.
Yeah, Miami has a lot of people in general, so I always meet people down here.
That's good.
So
I had a party this past weekend. Hex went to a Twitter party this last weekend. It's just good to be around people that like are cool,
Mm-hmm. Like-minded, yeah.
Yeah. Well, don't everyone talk at once. Hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom. Sorry, right when Hex gets on.
How you think? So what's up, Hex? What's going on with you, man?
Nothing much. I just got home from work and whatever else. I got some stuff to do, but I'd figure I'd pop on for a few minutes to say hi.
Of course. I appreciate that. What did you do for work?
Say what?
What do you do for work?
I work in tech. I work for a nonprofit that recycles old computers, and we refurbish what we can and sell them to low-income households.
Oh, that's good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what do you do, like front end or back end? Like physical or?
For me, physical. Like my specific job function is to actually. So we get most of the equipment we get comes from mid-sized to big corporations from basically anywhere in the country. And my job is to take hard drives and either wipe them or destroy them. That's what I specifically do.
So then you just break apart the parts if you destroy them, right?
Say that again.
You break apart you take the parts of the hard drive if you destroy them.
Well, if they're good, we wipe them and then we use them when we refurb the computers. And if they're bad for one reason or another, then we throw them into a shredder.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
So, Yeah.
So you were sober that other night when you were on here, Kenny? That's good for you. You were up late.
Yeah. Now I'm not.
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. You'll get back on it.
I hope
Look
so.
at me. I'm all like, don't feel bad. Is there a lag right now?
I
Sorry
was
if
like,
there's a
man,
lag.
if I had that many beers, I'd be fucked up. Like, but you had a bunch of like Coronas and stuff, so
Yeah, it's just Coronas. I can drink like 10 of them.
Yeah.
No big deal.
yeah, me too. Yeah.
Just checking up on the chat real good. Okay. So what else? What else we want to talk about? Hopped on. Everyone's quiet now.
Okay, no.
It's
So what's
Tuesday.
going on with Biden in this? What's going on with Biden in this war? Do you really think he's going to take us to war?
It's an asset, you stupid son of a bitch. No, I'm joking.
Bro, I fuck with Peter Ducey heavy because I think he's actually a good reporter. I challenge whether he's going to be a good reporter with a Republican president, but with Biden, he's a good reporter. And this piece of shit, this 80-year-old fucktard, had the nerve to. Who was he calling a stupid son of a bitch?
A reporter who asked him about inflation.
Inflation matters to regular people. To old rich people, they don't care. But inflation does matter. Inflation is incredibly important for you.
So
So
about
for him to you go ahead.
go, you finish.
Inflation. First of all, Biden is old enough to understand when inflation was a big deal. Nixon, Carter, the early beginnings of Reagan. So is he really going to act like inflation's not a big deal? It does matter for regular normal people. Inflation does matter. Your purchasing power goes down. You can't buy as much stuff. Everything's more expensive. So what the fuck is he talking about?
No. So about 50 minutes ago, I made a tweet asking if people are still pushing for a $15 minimum wage. And let me tell you, at this point, as someone who actually does make that shit is not sustainable with inflation now setting in.
Mm-hmm.
They've been trying to tell regular people that inflation's good for us, and it's okay. It only hurts the rich people, and it's like, no, it's exact opposite. What the fuck?
Now it's been a constant shift with the goalposts. First, very beginning, they said no, inflation is not going to be a thing. Then it was, what the fuck was it before? After that, it was first it wasn't going to be a thing at all. Then it was it's only going to be transitory, whatever. I actually don't really understand what that means. Then they tried to say it's a good thing because higher wages, and now it's here and nobody saw it coming. Meanwhile, the Austrian economists were sitting here like, yeah, we saw this coming.
So stupid. Listen, with their White Castle.
Bro, the
I
Austrians.
don't know where you are, Patch. With their White Castle.
Austrians have always predicted everything. Friedrich Hayek with the road to serfdom. The Austrians, they influenced the Chicago school. Yeah, Milton Friedman, David Friedman, all of them have been influenced by the Austrian school. These schools, the Austrians, Chicago school, or whatever, they've won like dozens of Nobel Prizes. So these people know what they're talking about. Eugene Fama, Gary Becker, Milton Friedman, all these people have won a lot of Nobel Prizes in economics, so they know what they're talking about. So
the problem is at this point, unfortunately, we live in a post-truth world. Facts don't matter. It's all about feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. Oh, Pat, he's in Ohio, and you're dating this guy who's in the chat, by the way. He's in Ohio.
Just south of Dayton.
Oh, bye, Kenny.
What's up?
I'm still here. I'm still here.
Okay. You just get naked. Gotta get off the. Just kidding.
Yep.
Of course. Oh, good lord. No, yeah, it is. Well, and it's just like people the Austrians actually knew how like real money works and like real experience works. Whereas like all these other people, they're like, oh, well, I studied it in school. It's like, well, that's not how
shut
the
the fuck
economy
up.
works. Someone's got feedback. I don't know if it's you, Hex. I don't know if
I
you have
don't
that
think
feedback.
Oh, that is me. My bad. 1 second.
You're good.
All right.
Yeah, it's all these people who just go to school. They're like, oh, I went to school and studied this. And it's like, well, okay, well, have you had any like application?
Yeah,
or,
and I
like,
studied
you know,
lesbian
then-
dance theory. What's your point?
Exactly. Like,
By the way, those lesbians in college, they're not really lesbians. I'll tell you
Uh-oh.
straight up. They are not lesbians. At least not to, that's another story from the day, but they're not really lesbians.
well, college is when you can like, you know, explore. And sometimes it's just fun to like get off with your friends. It doesn't have to mean like it's your sexuality. I know boys don't do that really, but
For now, but things are changing. But eventually, they will do if they haven't already.
helps everyone tries. Everyone tries it at some point.
Yep.
Let me see some. Oh, Amazon's hiring near Cincinnati for $23 an hour.
Dude, fuck that. I've worked for Amazon once before. Fuck that.
Yeah, they gotta pay you at least 35 just to make it worth it. It's not worth it.
At this point. Or now, like out here, we know people hiring for if you can get a job in plumbing or electricity and with no experience, and they'll start you off at $25 an hour to teach you how to do the trades, you know? Like that's what's going on
I
out
need
here
to
a
look
lot.
into that.
Yeah,
And that's
because
in Colorado,
they'll train
right?
you. Yeah, it's a Colorado.
Yeah, that's fucking A1. When I was a teenager, they would train you specifically for $10 or $12, but you had to be really good at it. If you sucked, they kick you out. So that's
Right.
saying something.
High demand, short supply. So that's probably the case all over the place. They'll train you for
But you know that's
24,
good.
25.
So when you see these assholes trying to open the borders and let's get as many people as we can, like no, that's gonna fuck up the wages. Are you serious? Like let
Yep.
the what is it called? The labor market recover. Let it recover. Let people get their wages up. Let the market just like chill, and then you can do all that shit. Like why would you want to let all these people in who can fuck up the wages? But they don't think like that.
I feel like they probably feel like they can't control it, but I don't even know.
Well, they pay more people, or in 2020, they pay more people to stay home than
Work.
employers could pay for them to actually come out and work. So
Yep. It's crazy. And like they just need the tradespeople so bad. And all you pretty much have to do is show up. I mean, for the first little bit, you just have to show up and learn. That's the hardest part. Like people just don't show up anymore for anything. So
yeah, I definitely need to look into that because I need more money. Because like I said, especially with inflation coming in, $15, just don't cut it anymore.
it's crazy.
Yeah,
And people are gonna raise- they're
$15
gonna
is
raise
enough to live
rents.
with your parents. Yeah, if you make $15, you can live with your parents and you'll be okay. That's not how it works in real life.
Yeah, it's just me and my sister. My sister doesn't make as much as I do, so we can get
Oh.
by, but I definitely would like some extra money in my pocket.
Yeah, that's not good enough though. Just to get by, you have to live well. It's not good. It's not good enough just to get by though.
Right.
So I
it
feel
really
you
isn't.
on that.
Oh, Demo, you missed. I brought two people on since you left, I think. Got Kenny in Miami and Hex in Ohio. We're just chatting. We're just talking about wages. Yeah, I moved out of my house.
Borrowing for
I'm
$20
older
an hour.
than you guys. I'm way older than you guys, but I was able to move out of my house at 12. I was making 13 an hour, and I was able to move out, rent a place, do all that on 13 an hour. But then, then everything fucking changed not too soon after 08 and all that stuff. So
Okay.
It's crazy. It used to be so much easier to like. I knew people who were able to buy houses right out of high school that were because they were so cheap. But then now,
Yeah,
you
psych, not anymore.
Not anymore.
know.
That's why the family and the housing market needs to be more important. So you have to have a good you have to have a good family structure to want to get a house. It's so much more expensive now. So I definitely feel on that.
Yeah, and like I want more multi-generational living. Like I want to see more of that because it used to be. And there is a point where it's like if you're just a loser living in your parents off your parents, then yeah, you suck. But like if you
Right.
guys could live in the same house together and you are married to somebody and you're like contributing and whatnot, then that's great. Like and that's great. And we're so short on housing and stuff now that it's like. How do we start pushing that again, but not making it like it's just so weird what they've done? Because I even had that early on too. I was like, no, fuck, I don't need my family. I'm on my own. I'm a strong, independent woman, and like
Strong, independent black woman. Remember?
black woman. I'm a strong, independent black woman.
You got the N-word
I'm
pass
black.
now, don't you? The N-word
No,
pass.
not
Just
N
black
word.
card.
I don't need the N word
I gave her my
pass. I
black
just
card.
have the black card.
What's the difference?
Agree.
What's the difference?
Well,
Why
I'm
you
just
want-
black.
Your black word counts.
I'm just black. I don't know. I just don't need to say the N word.
Your arrest record and your love record don't. That's what counts.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh yeah, Jessica's
God.
just saying her dad. Yeah, people were able to pay for their engineering degrees just working at McDonald's back in the day. Yeah, like
Then
shit
in the
just is
60s, the
so
Department of
different.
Education came to be, and they started guaranteeing loans and made the price of college skyrocket.
Mm-hmm.
And got the government back loans. Did you guys see that where the colleges are running in the positive right now after COVID? They have more money
Really?
in the bank right now. Did you see that?
I saw something about
Yeah.
that, but didn't look into it.
I'm pretty sure it would make sense because every nonprofit business or organization I know, they got so much money from COVID stuff and then they didn't have to pay it back. And so they have more money in the bank than they've ever had, like ever. It was like, oh, well, I guess I'm glad it worked out for you guys, like.
Yeah, it was just fuck the rest of us, and then you're about to get us into a potentially hot nuclear war with fucking
God.
Russia. Like, why?
Like, they're just bored and they're touching everything and they're just like, they have to mess with fucking everything. They have to ruin everything. And it's like, why are you even thinking about Russia when you have a country that's on the brink of just like supply chain issues that you also caused and like all this COVID restrictions that you have also caused? Like, it's just so frustrating how it's.
You broke everything over here. Now you're gonna go break someone else's country.
And they're just gonna keep
It's like the
breaking
kid
it.
who
They
always-
will not stop.
Yeah, it's like the
Right.
annoying kid at the playground who keeps breaking everyone's toys.
Just to be a dick and then be like, yeah, it's like they just keep doing it. It's like everything, like even all the like COVID stuff. I'm out of focus. Hello. They just won't stop and they keep touching everything. The medical industry, I mean, they're ruining everything that affects us. They're fine, of course, but who's Dave? Oh, someone Phobes. Who's Dave Landau? Do you know who Dave Landau is? Oh, Dave Landau is.
No.
Sorry, that's not as cool here, but I hope that's a really good follow. But yeah, the COVID narrative is falling. So now they're going to like.
Speaking of that,
Think about this.
It feels more like a controlled demolition than anything to me.
Because it keeps going. Like I said, it's everything. It keeps going. It's slow.
It's like all of a sudden everyone's ending their vaccine mandates and lockdowns and mask mandates. And then you see like Fauci and his counterparts openly admitting that basically case numbers are bullshit, hospitalization numbers are bullshit, death numbers are bullshit. They're just openly admitting it now. I don't know. I wish I could be happy about the COVID regime ending, but it feels like something worse is about to happen. That's probably what Russia is.
No, I agree. It's like it's hard. I already brought this up earlier in the stream, but like I don't know if you watched today's part of the problem, but they are talking about Barry Weiss and Bill Maher on the Bill Maher show, and they're like, well, 2 years ago we didn't know this stuff, and it's like, yeah, we did know this stuff. We knew this stuff a year ago. We knew this stuff a year and a half ago that this was all bullshit, and it is like now what? So all these people are gonna like now what are they gonna do to us? Like I don't know. It's coming. Shit's coming. I try to say I can be positive sometimes, but oh yeah, Fauci, Jessica, I know Fauci is. I don't know. Did you hear him when he's talking to Randy? He's like, and this guy was driving to come and kill me and blah blah blah. I'm like, I bet that was a lie. Keith Knight thinks it's a lie too. I'm like, it has to be a lie. And the fact he was saying it to Rand, who literally got beat up by his neighbor, and everyone online is always like, haha, you deserve to be beat up, blah blah blah.
Also got shot at. I actually did get shot at.
And mobbed and all this. And Fauci's like, some guy got stopped in Iowa who was going to come and kill me. And it's like, just shut up, you idiot. You're lucky that it hasn't really happened. He's lucky it hasn't really happened, honestly.
You ever consider the fact that you just literally ruined millions of people's lives over what? And that might be why they got a bone to pick with you.
Yeah, it's like, do they?
And I'm not even talking about his escapades during the 80s. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about COVID alone. He
got the gays to forgive him during COVID somehow. But yeah, if you think about all that, like, how in the heck, like, do these people? Because obviously we can never understand. We can never be these kind of people. Oh, Kenny's gone. We can never be these people. Like, do they even know what they've done to people? Do they even know what it's like to be a normal person and what they've done? You know?
Right. Especially the kids.
Oh God, kids are out of it. And like, they've been talking about that for a year now. Like, okay, you care about the poor and underprivileged kids, yet shutting down schools literally made it worse for poor and underprivileged kids. Like, every policy they've done over the last year has made things worse for like poor people. And like,
to a certain aspect, I think what's happening with the schools is more of a white pill than anything, because now you're seeing parents actually see how bad these schools are, and a lot of them who can are pulling them out, which is great. Not everyone can, unfortunately, but I'm glad that this at least got parents to wake up about public school.
Yep. Oh yeah. So I'm just reading this chat. Yep. I know all the people are literally the highest cause of death between a certain age is like fentanyl, between like 25, 44 or something, and like not COVID, but we don't hear about fentanyl deaths at all. Like at all. It's like, what the fuck? I hate, like, I don't know, I won't say it out loud, but there's a certain thing that starts with T and then you feather. And like, if we could do that, it would be really cool.
And Jessica Wheeler says, plus the people missing necessary health procedures. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, preventable.
Yeah, she had a surgery. A surgery was canceled on her last minute. It's such bullshit.
Yeah, like that happened a lot at the beginning of this, and now we're about to see coming real soon. Wow, speaking is hard. Coming real soon, we're going to see the ramifications of that.
Yeah, and we're already seeing all the missed cancer screenings in 2020. We're already seeing all the, more cancer from that. And then, of course, we have this medical system that's like crashing. So we can't take care of everybody, blah, blah, because the government's crashing. It is a controlled demolition. Like, they're literally going through everything. And we've screamed it for years. Like, we need to have the government out of this stuff because they're going to ruin it. And lo and behold, what's happening?
Look what happened.
Oh, sorry, phobes. Yeah. That is good about the school stuff. At least people are trying to figure out other means, or they got woken up at least. It'll be interesting to see what these primaries or this. Yeah, we have little votes this year, right? See what if states do like what Virginia did and went super red.
Yeah.
Caveman. Exactly. There was a ton of cancer screenings that were missed. And like now these people have cancer that they could have caught earlier, and now it's too late for a lot of them.
Yeah. You know, a Twitter mutual of mine said he had seen some kind of advertisement somewhere or something that said that 1 in 3 people end up with cancer at some point. And then he thought, you know, that doesn't seem right. And it's like, and I mentioned that, you know, a lot of people miss cancer screenings or, you know, were already undergoing treatment and then suddenly couldn't. And then now, what I didn't mention that I'm about to mention now is the vaccines. These vaccines might end up giving a lot of people cancer. So,
yeah, who knows? Yeah, Jessica, you're right. They've always kept the ICU full. That was always the business. It's always what they've done, and they scared people with it. But that's the selfishness in people. They'd be like, well, there might not be room for you at the hospital, so we're going to control you. But yeah, who knows what this shit's going to cause, the vaccine. Who knows?
They're going to end up with a death board like they have in the United Kingdom.
A death board? Is that like the death panels?
Like a board. Yeah, the death panel. I said death board. Wow. Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Things we were so scared about under Obama, but then now we're doing it now, basically. Like who they'll spend money on or not, right? To save.
Right.
Oh yeah, Jeff, I agree. Long enough, people who do live a lot, cancer will eventually get to everybody. But you know what causes the lobby, the social media comes. I know that's what's another aspect. Another thing they controlled was the tech censorship. So it's just like such a controlled demolition. It's so crazy. Every single thing, like, can't stand it. Hi, Big Bell Taco or Big Bell Tacho. Fat folks, diabetics. Well, that's the thing. And you know what, Jessica? All this time in my life, I was like, you know, people are heavier. People do a lot of drugs or drink or whatever. I never once in my life said they don't deserve health care. I've always thought, well, you know, that's just how the world works. There's always this amount of people who do these things that are whatever. And like, I keep myself as healthy as I can, but they still deserve health care. And now these same people are turning around like, you don't deserve health care. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's freaking goofy.
It's very annoying. Let's talk about, like, hold on. Give me 1 second. And then let's talk about how much fun this weekend was for you.
Oh, gosh.
Such a hot mess today. It was a snow day.
You get snowed in? I still can't hear me.
Oh yeah, someone mentioned the miscarriage video. I did see that. This guy's like was looking at actual data that said like there actually has been this much like neurological problems in pilots, and then a ton of miscarriages have happened that they're not talking about.
I seen that tweet about that. Oh, you know, I do know what you're talking about. I did see that video come across my feed. But oh yeah, this weekend tons of fun. Shout out to Alex Hatch, who is currently in California. She came here. She came to Columbus specifically, and there were some people already there, and then we had people drive up from Cleveland. Like me and Gonzo, we came from like the Cleveland area. There were some people already in Columbus, and then we had someone else come up from Dayton. We met in Columbus at this Airbnb. Hung out for the weekend. Tons of fun. Drunk Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, you guys had a big group. Ohana, yep. I love her.
Yeah, she gave me the Biden treatment. Speaking of which.
The Biden treatment? What? You're not black?
We sniffs people.
Oh. And Joe was there too, right?
No, she was not there.
Okay. It's just fun. I had a party on Saturday night and had a handful of people over, including Jessica in the chat. Like, It's just so fun to be around people. Like, I just love
Yeah.
it.
Don't
Yeah,
let
because you
them
were
take
in
that from you.
Arizona. You did that instead of Arizona.
Yep. And I actually enjoyed myself.
Sometimes their other fam feels better than real fam, you know?
In blood family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't let them take that from you, people.
No, I'm
They
so glad
kinda
people
robbed
are
us
making
of that.
community.
Yeah. They tried. For the most part, were successful in taking it away from you in 2020, but take it back.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I've said. Like, I lost a lot of friends, but then I've gained a lot of friends too. Like, all over
Yeah.
the nation. More than I had before that are all over the nation. So that's cool. Let's just say Patch Adams. Yeah, they're doing. Oh yeah, I saw more transplant list stuff. Like, what the fuck? These people are dying and they have to have a shot to get a transplant. Like, how does that make any sense?
Oh yeah, I remember when the Make-A-Wish Foundation tried to go vax only.
Yeah. What the fuck?
You know, these are kids who have leukemia and probably won't make it, unfortunately. And then you're sitting here going, well, you gotta have this vaccine if you want to take part in this program. How fucked up is that?
That's super fucked up. Or I've only saw the one video about it, but the Ronald McDonald House kicking people out for not being vaccinated. What? Like, how does this make any sense? Well, someone keeps dropping some good lines in the chat at me.
Let's see, that's freaking funny. Actually, that's a good one, actually.
That's a good one. Hope there's a fireman around because you're smoking. I like that one. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just glad we have our friends that we can be around. Because if we're not allowed to do shit eventually, like,
Yeah. I'm going to Oklahoma in May with some friends that I've known for a while. Do some camping, shooting out in the wilderness.
nice. That will be fun. Are they cool
And we're
friends?
also say what?
Are they cool friends? Like good
Yeah.
friends?
Yep. You know, and they know what's up with the COVID bullshit too, which is nice.
That's good. It's just nice
Yeah,
to be
we're
around
also
people.
planning on doing the Ohio thing, the meetups on a somewhat regular basis, which would be nice. And at some point, you and I will have to meet up still.
I know. I need to sell. I need to come out there. That's what I need to do. Is there I've never been to Cleveland. Is it nice?
No.
No. Be like, is there like a downtown Cleveland?
Yeah, I pass through there every day. It's not the worst.
Not the worst. Oh, I know what you meant, Jessica. I know what you meant it for.
What do you want? I need to look at my phone. No, I have not.
He's talking to his sister.
Excuse me? We're going to make them? All right. Burrito, I guess.
Aww.
Where are we going to get tacos from? Well, from there.
Okay. Is any burrito acceptable or just a specific one?
I don't know. I don't really eat that stuff, so I don't know. Just whatever.
Military from Ohio. Interesting. A lot of Air Force people from Ohio.
Yeah, apparently a lot of the people who end up in the military come from Ohio.
Why is that?
Hilarious. I don't know. That's strange. Ohio's not that goddamn bad, people. There are worse. There are far worse states to be in.
Well,
Our
what's
weather
his toes
sucks.
lives there? Chappelle. He lives in Ohio, right?
Oh, yep. He lives in Dayton. There's somewhere in the Dayton area.
I mean, you go anywhere where there's a rural area and you can make a pretty cool house and stuff, you know, like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's all good. He's there, Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. Okay. There you go. Well, shit.
They are escaping.
Oh, he's at the Marion's. What's Marion's? Is that a restaurant out there? I guess if he's around Dayton, that's where Dave
I don't
Chappelle's
know what that
around too.
is. I haven't been to Dayton, so I don't know what you're talking about there, Hoss.
I gotta look at a map real quick.
If you're rich as fuck, you can live well anywhere. Yep, pretty much.
Exactly, and you can make like a really nice. You can set it like that. What's that guy's? I think he was in Ohio too. The guy who was all involved with Epstein. The one who owns he owned like Victoria's Secret and all that stuff.
Oh,
You know
that
what
guy.
I'm
Is it
talking
from,
about?
oh God.
I think.
I mean, there are
so.
pedophiles from everywhere, so
Yeah. There's a lot of open space still. Okay, here's Ohio. You're in Cleveland by the lake. Where's Dayton?
Dayton's toward the south, the west.
Oh, I see it. A little north of Cincinnati. Okay.
Yeah.
And you went to Columbus this weekend?
Yep.
Okay.
That's basically smack dab in the middle of Ohio.
Okay. That's good. Yeah, the meetups are so fun. Oh, Dave Chappelle does have to shovel his own. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he probably employs some people. He probably employs a lot of people, actually.
Probably employs some illegal immigrants to do it. No, I'm joking.
You know what? And if he does, let him.
I mean, shit. It's paying them for work.
I won't blame anybody at this point, you know. If someone's gonna work, they'll work. Might as well pay him.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I know that guy keeps going. No, I'm good. I'm glad we got to student stream Sunday. I was glad we got to do this now.
Yeah.
If it's short lived. Trying to think what else we could talk about. Talked about all the stupid shit already.
Yeah, if we do another Ohio meetup, we can invite you. Come out.
Yeah, and if you do like an Airbnb and I can stay there, then hell yeah. I'm in.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So does that Bojack guy, he's in Ohio?
Yep, he is from Dayton.
Okay.
And apparently we
But-
just learned that Dennis is in Ohio. We just recently
Oh yeah,
learned.
he is. He is in
Toledo.
Ohio. Yeah, we get him to come out. Get his gay ass to come out. Gosh, he's just not stopping.
Funny thing, Bojack, before I got there, I guess he had a 12-pack, and then I got there, he had just gotten just high enough that he was just out for the entire night.
Aw, just passed out.
Yep.
Oh, poor guy. That happened. Well, it didn't happen to me, but when I was in Arizona the second night, I was spooning with Jeremy Todd. He's like, "Let me spoon you," and then I passed out. Which he apparently had. He was the patient zero, so a bunch of people got COVID, Dave Smith included.
Yikes.
And so Jeremy thinks he was the patient zero, and I'm like, I was laying out of bed with him, and I didn't catch anything, but whatever. I didn't kiss.
Probably because of all
everybody,
those
though.
coronas you've been down in.
I know. There's like nothing can survive in my butt, in my nose, and my throat. All right, bye, Jessica. I could probably go. You want to go for like 15 more minutes? I don't want to ruin your
Yeah.
night.
Do about 15 more.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. Well, that's good. I'm glad
someone,
that many people showed up. Oh, go ahead.
And Jessica mentioned if you basically rich, you can live anywhere. What I wanted to say was, so I'm gonna drop my Bandcamp link in the chat, and if a bunch of people want to purchase some of my music, I would appreciate that. I'm not gonna do that though.
So, well, the link might, if you do post it, you have to like space it out because the link
Oh
might
yeah,
not
because
post.
fucking YouTube is gay.
Did you post it on Twitter yet? The new link?
No, it's in a pin tweet.
Oh,
My
okay.
pin tweet on my profile.
I'll share it here really quick too. Let's get you rich, baby. I need to get rich too. Ooh, excuse me. I don't know if I told you, but I have my first client that's from Twitter.
I
So
think you did
I'll
mention that at some point.
Yes, but it's a pain. The market's a pain in the ass, but I will make some money off of it eventually. So I'm like, that'll be good.
Yeah, I was looking at a house. I was looking at houses like a week ago. Yeah, the freaking market here is too. The freaking market is retarded here too.
It's sad. It's just sad for people like who want to like get their foot in the door, you know?
Right.
Oh, the Bandcamp link. That's okay. I'll share that. I'm sure it's shared that before, but I'll share it
that's
again.
the one where people can actually buy the stuff if they wanted to.
Okay. I shared it. Bye, Patch Adams. We're caught up. It's just a guy. The guy's flirting with everybody.
It's funny. I was talking to my mom one day about rent, and I'm like, I pay like $800 something a month, and she's like, that's basically a mortgage. So I'm like, yeah, I should probably look into getting a house, but again, the market is just ridiculous right now.
It's so competitive. I mean, we've been going up. First of all, the market we're in, when you're in like not lower end, but the lower price market, you're competing against companies, flippers. You're competing against a lot of people who have cash, who it's not that big of a deal to them. And then there's all these companies that own these houses now, and they're selling it. And like they're just not. It's just a real estate agent. Like it's really frustrating because none of them will talk to me on the phone. Like they're like, we got like 15 offers coming in on these places, and I'm like, let me talk to you on the phone, and none of them will talk to me on the phone. So it's just really frustrating right now. Have you been accused of being a Fed, Hex? I don't think you have.
No,
you never have.
Well, a bunch of people jokingly did, because a while ago I put out a tweet asking what people's ammo stockpiles were looking like, and of course I got a bunch of nice try Fed responses there, but you know, that's just dumb.
That's
hilarious.
Silly.
So I don't really count that.
It's silly. I used to, no one really ever outright accused me of being a Fed, but like afterwards people were like, oh, I kind of thought you were a Fed, and I'm like, I'm not. I should have been. Like, they should totally like try to get me to be a Fed and seduce people and stuff, but you know.
Yeah, trust me. They, even if I wanted to be, they wouldn't let me be a Fed. I don't really have a good reason as to why. I just like saying that.
Well, you know, you're too cool to be a Fed, that's for sure. Oh well.
Speaking of which, let me talk about how I got my W-2 recently. I started doing my taxes, and apparently I'm only getting $6 back from the federal government. So fuck that.
After all you paid in for the whole year?
Yep, I'm only getting $6 fucking back.
That's bullshit.
From the federal, at least. I'm not happy about that.
Bullshit.
And I was going to use that.
Did you do it on your own? Was that your own taxes, or? Okay.
Yeah. And I was going to use the money to build a new rifle, but shit, that's not happening.
For $6. It's bullshit. I don't know. Maybe it's not right. Maybe they'll end up sending you more back. That's what they did. They've done that to me a couple times where they're like, oh, here's more. I'm like, oh, okay.
But then again, there were those tax cuts from Trump. So I don't know. Maybe because we didn't pay as much as we normally do. They're like, yeah, here's some crumbs.
These fuckers. Hey, Boosted. We're only going for another couple minutes, FYI. Let you hold more of it during the year. The Trump tax codes let you hold more of it during. Yeah.
Yeah. If you were able to untax, what not-for-profit endeavors would you fund? The Black Guns Matter, for one. Shout out to Maj Toure.
I used to give a lot of money for environmental causes out here in Colorado, and I still do. That's pretty much why I work, but I need to make more money. Should I say? But then it's kind of nice when you don't make too much money, because then they don't tax so much of it. It's like kind of that. I don't know. Black Guns Matter is based. They are based. And mutual. Like, I've given to so many GoFundMe's and stuff over the time. You know, I love giving money to that stuff, helping people out directly. But they didn't even, I think I told you, they didn't even tax me, or last year I sent my taxes in and they sent it back. It's weird. But I'm hanging on to it because I don't know. This year, I don't know what I'm going to do. Fuck them. I hate them. I was like, if everyone just stopped, maybe it'd be fine. But I don't know. I don't know. All right. Should we cut it?
Yeah, I got nothing else. Actually, hold on. I don't remember if I mentioned this last time we streamed, but well, if I did, then here's a refresher for people who don't remember. But at my job, they started requiring unboosted, where they're going to start requiring anyone who doesn't get boosted to test weekly. And I'm like, congratulations, you've started cannibalizing everyone.
It's true. But you
Yeah,
haven't tested lately, right?
It's been like a month.
And no one said anything.
Not yet. I'm hoping it stays that way. But then again, I don't know. I don't think that whoever it was that implemented this policy, and I think I know whose idea it was. I don't think they thought it through, like, at all.
A lot of these companies that were pushing it, and the vax stuff, and then they're backing off and stuff with some of them. Like, I don't think anyone thought it through. They're just like, oh, this is what we're supposed to do. They're fucking retarded HR departments and stuff.
Yep, that's who I think implemented ours. But I've said this before. Ours started this shit before the OSHA mandate or Biden's threats. And even when they backed off, they didn't bother revising it. So it's funny because when the new policy started coming down, our warehouse lead, he was like, "Fuck that! I'm not getting boosted." So I'm like, "Yeah, it's time to red pill you."
Did he get red pilled?
Not yet. Still working on that.
But he's not doing the booster at least. Probably that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't understand how. I don't get that shit. And for people who want to show up for work at a time when people don't fucking show up for work, and you're like, they're gonna make it harder on them. It's so stupid.
And then I'm usually the second person to get there. My direct supervisor is usually there before me. I'm there by like 7:30 in the morning. He forgot his key one day, so when I got there, he said, "Hey, just come sit in my car because I forgot my key." And then one of our other unvaccinated coworkers unfortunately tested positive, and he got sent home for the week. And because my supervisor was in direct contact with him, he got tested, and he came back negative. But he had mentioned, it's bullshit that they don't pay us when we have to be out. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I put in that email I sent to our executive director. Like, look, I'm out and I'm not getting paid. Like, my rent and other bills don't stop because of COVID.
Right. And they're like forcing you out. It's so stupid.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, and I've talked about this on Twitter. I missed the week of Thanksgiving. My paycheck got cut in half. And it's like, fuck COVID if I can't even keep a roof, if I can't even afford to keep a roof over my head over this.
Well, that's part of the controlled demolition or whatever. It really feels like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And these stupid businesses going along with it. It's just such bullshit. I hate it. Well, I'm glad you haven't.
Go ahead.
I said I'm glad you haven't tested or like haven't felt the need to go test.
Yeah, because like I said, I found my little solution. So, and apparently, I guess they're kind of starting to end the testing things shortage. But it's like, we could just stop doing this altogether. But, of course they don't want that. Boosted 98 says could threaten to quit. Let me tell you, I think at our location there are only 3 of us, including myself, who haven't been vaccinated at all. So
Who knows?
I don't think me threatening to quit would have that much impact. Now, if I could threaten to sue, maybe, but at least as far as I understand, that's going to be hard to do in this instance.
Because everyone's so fucking bought into it all. Stupid. All right.
Am I missing anything else? No.
Oh, it's one more. There's that. There's no justification for them to penalize you when everyone else.
Yeah,
can
it's just so
drink
they
it.
can fucking feel safe. And it's like, if the vaccine works, then what the fuck are you worried about?
No. The whole time, it's like, what the fuck? All right. Actually, I might pop on later. I'll text you if I pop on later if you want to come on, maybe.
All right. Sounds good.
I have to do a little work for a little bit. All right. Bye, everyone. Everyone, thanks for that. And thanks for coming on, Hex. I'll text you if I come back on later.
Alrighty. I will see
Right,
you
bye.
later.
See you on Twitter.
All right.